Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. You know today's video is going to be a goodie when I'm wearing my glasses because that means I took a lot of notes. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be talking all about glute activation because so many of you guys have been commenting and DMing me saying that you really don't know what glute activation is and are kind of confused. So in today's video, I decided to just sit down with you guys and just kind of explain what is glute activation, why is it important, how to do it, when to do it, all that good stuff. If you guys have a pen and paper nearby, make sure you're taking notes. If not, as always, I'll always have visuals up on the screen so that you can screenshot. Let's just get right into it. So like I mentioned, a lot of you guys are saying that you're kind of confused because my glute activation warm-up is your workout, and I completely understand why it can be a little bit confusing. So the first thing that I want to talk about is what is glute activation. So when I first started my fitness journey, which was like 6 years ago, the term glute activation was not popular at all, and I actually didn't start implementing it until a few years into my journey. So as of today, it is very popular. However, like I mentioned, there are people out there who actually don't know that term at all, especially if they're new to their fitness journey. I actually had a comment on my viral video, the how I grew my glutes video, saying that everyone knows what glute activation is. No honey, not everyone knows what glute activation is. So today's video is going to be all about that. So do not comment and say everyone knows what glute activation is, because I have been receiving so much comments, so much DMs asking me to film a whole glute activation video. So the term glute activation refers to activating or turning on your glutes in effort to strengthen them so that you can grow them bigger and faster. The term activation comes into play because for many individuals, especially those whose jobs require them to sit majority of the day, their glutes are often remain inactive. So when your glutes are inactive, it means they are weak and are not relied on as much during physical movements. So for example, have you ever squatted and then the next day you only feel it in your quads or your hamstrings and not in your glutes? It is because your glutes were inactive when you were squatting, so your quads and your hamstrings were working the most rather than your glutes because they were simply turned off. So you're probably wondering what causes weak glutes. There are many reasons why someone may have weak glutes, but one of the main reasons that someone may have weak glutes, like I said, is because majority of us are living very sedentary lifestyles. Majority of our jobs require us to sit at a desk all day, every day, and then after our job, we come home, sit on a couch because we're too tired. So that just causes our glutes to be more dormant than it should be. And you don't even have to have a 9-to-5 job to live a sedentary lifestyle. So for example, I don't have a 9-to-5 job, and as a YouTuber, I'm sitting here filming, and then after this video, I have to sit on my butt and edit for hours long and then sit to rewatch the whole video. So I'm also sitting on my butt all day every day. Another reason why someone may have weak glutes, which a lot of people don't consider, is that you may have poor form and generally over relying on muscles when performing certain movements, especially in the gym. So for example, when you're hip thrusting, which is my favorite glute exercise of all time, and your form is not good, you're not going to feel it in your glutes at all. You're going to feel it in your hamstrings or your quads. So form is so important in glute activation. So the last reason why someone may have weak glutes is overexertion. Yes, working your glutes too much can be detrimental to your muscles. Overworking them will make your glute muscles over tight. So that is why it is so important to know how to release tension in the muscle in order to ensure proper glute activation. So the next question that I want to answer is, why is glute activation so important? In a nutshell, glute activation is important so that you can better isolate your glutes during your workout so that it can grow stronger and faster. However, there are many other reasons why glute activation is so important, such as reduced chance of injury, range of motion, and even better posture. So like I said, you guys, when I first started my fitness journey, glute activation was not popular at all. So as years went by and glute activation was blowing up on social media, especially in the whole fitness niche, fitness industry, I started implementing them into my workout routine, and let me tell you guys, my glutes grew so much faster and so much stronger. So the next question that I want to answer may be a little bit stupid to some because it's common sense, but I'm answering this question for those who are new to their fitness journey and don't know when to do it. But when do you do glute activation? Super simple. You always want to do glute activation before your actual glute workout, because like I said, you cannot work out your glutes if they're not turned on. So you need to turn on your glutes before working them. And then the last question that I want to answer is, how do you do glute activation? So if you guys want to know my full entire glute activation routine, make sure you guys go check out the video up above, or I'll leave a link down below. I actually have 2 glute activation videos. My first one ever that I filmed on my channel, which was like maybe almost a year ago, I think. And then I have my new recent one that I switched some things up a little bit. So you guys can check out both of them if you want and see what works best for you. But ultimately, you want to begin your glute activation with a warm-up session. So you obviously want to perform warm-up exercises that specifically focus on your glutes, such as donkey kicks, kickback, glute bridges, squats. Those are all going to isolate your glutes, which creates a mind-to-body connection. So performing these exercises, you're activating your glutes. And you also perform these exercises with just your body weight. You do not need any weight at all, because once you add weight, that turns into an actual workout. And you also only want to do enough reps to get the blood flowing and your heart rate up. And that is where so many of you guys are getting confused, because I received some comments saying that my glute activation warm-up is your workout. So just keep in mind that you only want to do enough reps to get the blood flowing, get your heart rate up, but not enough to feel the burn, because once you start doing more reps and then into sets, then that will be an actual workout. However, if you don't have a gym membership and you're doing these exercises at home to isolate your glutes, to work out your glutes, that is absolutely fine, because you don't have any weight to add on. So doing these exercises that I mentioned for glute activation as your warm-up is absolutely okay to do at home as your actual workout, especially if you don't have a gym membership. However, if you do have a gym membership, or if you do have a resistance band or some weights at home, I definitely recommend doing just a few reps to get your heart rate up, to get the blood flowing, and to activate your glutes before your actual workout. And then after I do my warm-up exercises like the donkey kicks, the glute bridges, the kickbacks, I like to go into my stretching routine. I personally love to stretch after my glute activation warm-up exercises, because it helps loosen any other tight muscles that I have to prevent any injury, and also to increase my range of motion. So I do like to do static stretches that open up my hips and stretch out my hip flexors so that I can have a better range of motion. So that is the quick rundown of glute activation before your actual workout. However, I have some bonus tips for you guys to activate your glutes during your actual workout. So my first big tip to activating your glutes during your actual workout is to squeeze your glutes. I know squeezing your glutes can be a little bit unattractive, and it may make you feel a little bit self-conscious, but it's okay, because it is so important in mind-to-muscle connection. And if you guys watch my How I Grew My Glutes video, mind-to-muscle connection, your MMC, is so important for glute growth. It honestly helps grow your glutes like nothing else. So if you guys watch this video where I talk about my top 5 favorite glute exercises, I mentioned the term pinch a penny. So I want you to always remember pinch a penny when squeezing your glutes. You want to squeeze your glutes so hard that you can put a penny between your cheeks and it won't fall. And then my last bonus tip, which I kind of already mentioned, but it is to focus on form. Form is also so important when activating your glutes, because if you're performing an isolated glute exercise and your form is not right, you're not going to end up working your glutes. You're going to end up working your hamstrings or your quads. So if you're wanting to do an exercise and you don't know the correct form, I definitely recommend going on your phone real fast, looking it up on YouTube or Google, and just seeing what the correct form is so that you can ensure glute activation. So that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope this video was so informative and helped so many of you ladies who were kind of confused about glute activation. And if you're still kind of confused and have any other questions, please feel free to comment down below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. But thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.